Welcome to a special edition of Full Sail Live. I'm your host, Justin Hawkins. Five-time Pro Bowl wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins has been quite the hot commodity this offseason, to say the least. After being released by the Arizona Cardinals at the end of May, his free agency choice is all his. But now it seems to be coming down to a two-team race. DeAndre Hopkins, in the span of a couple days last week, took a visit to Nashville to visit with the Tennessee Titans. Then he flew up to Foxborough to meet with the New England Patriots. Hopkins has been reported to want Odell Beckham Jr. type money. Beckham signed a one-year, $15 million contract with the Baltimore Ravens this offseason. The Titans have $8.3 million in cap space, and the Patriots have $13.2 million available. But they'll have to wait. ESPN's Diana Rossini reports Hopkins is weighing his options and will take his time. Both teams have reportedly made an offer on Hopkins, but the Patriots clearly have more cap space. And here to talk about DeAndre Hopkins is Nick D'Amico Ferry. Thank you for joining me, Nick. So if it's between the Titans and the Patriots, where's the best fit?
I mean, Justin, looking at it, I think the Patriots are the better fit. They got a good young quarterback in Mac Jones that is really starting to show more and more improvement over time. They need a good wide receiver after keeping Juju Smith-Schuster off the field recently after a knee injury he sustained in the AFC Championship. And they just have an offensive line that is thriving behind their offensive coordinator, O'Brien. And I just feel that with all of these pieces, this could be another thing to get the Patriots over the hump and back to where they were.
Well, Nick, I could not disagree with you more because, in my opinion, the Patriots, with or without Hopkins, are the fourth best team in the AFC East, behind the Bills, the Dolphins, and the Jets. They just have better rosters. So with that being said, I don't understand how you put Mac Jones over Ryan Tannehill. Mac Jones was benched last season for 3 games to Bailey Zappi, a rookie, because the offense just wasn't that great. Yes, the Patriots do need a wide receiver, but so do the Titans. In my opinion, the Titans are one piece away from being a major contender in the AFC. Let's even put aside the AFC South. If they get Hopkins, they are the number 1 seed in the AFC South.
I mean, yes, but I feel like you can go out and find a different piece rather than having to go star chasing just to be able to think that is the one piece you need to get over the hump, because there's other pieces out there besides Hopkins. And I feel like, even like you had mentioned, the Patriots have more cap space. They can, if they want to, just throw money out there and say, this is our terms. If you like it, this is how much money we're willing to give you. And if not, then I guess then you can find a different option. But if you have the money for it, I say go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I get go for it, but something the NFL probably doesn't want to go for is the topic of NFL gambling. That has been another hot commodity this offseason. Isaiah Rodgers is still awaiting the NFL's decision on his punishment for violating the league's gambling policy. That was 2 weeks ago, but now 2 days ago, the NFL decided to reinforce its rules. Since 2018, 7 players and assistant coach have been suspended due to gambling violations. This has led the NFL to require education to all rookies. The NFL will also be making in-person visits to team facilities to further educate. They are preaching 6 key rules of the NFL's league gambling policy. Those rules are: don't bet on the NFL, don't gamble when you're with the team, don't have someone bet for you, don't share inside information, don't enter a sports book during the NFL season, and don't play daily fantasy football. So Nick, the NFL rules make total sense, except for one thing. Not betting on the NFL, I get, but not entering a sports book during the NFL season may be a little bit too much. So should the players be allowed to bet on other leagues during the NFL season?
Absolutely not. I mean, what do you gain from betting on other leagues during the season? I mean, your main focus really should be the next game. These players make more than enough money to go out and do other better things rather than just sit around and gamble on their off time. I understand how it could be fun and there could be a little bit of a thrill to it, but it just doesn't seem worth it when you're in season.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but what I don't understand is when you're in season in the NFL, yes, you don't want to bet, but you don't want to bet on the NFL. But when it comes to other leagues, why should you not be able to bet on other leagues? As long as there's no harm to the actual game of football and there's no collusion or anything like that, why should you not be able to bet on the NFL? Because, like I said, there's no harm in it. I get if you're doing a team activity and you're disruption or you're distracting, that makes total sense. But if you're doing that at a team hotel or if you're doing it on a bus or you're doing it on your own, as long as you're not affecting the game of football, then honestly, I really don't see why it should matter.
I mean, if you look at it, I can understand and see why you would think it might not matter, but gambling for some people may just be an addictive outlet. I mean, as many people don't want to like think about that route, it's something that may happen. These players may get more involved and invested in worrying about these other sports in their bets that they become so obsessed by it that it ruins the career that they currently have, which is probably the best for them. I mean, the to be in the NFL is a dream for most people. I don't understand why a player would think that potentially throwing all that away just because of a gamble is I feel like that's more of a gamble than actually taking bets on games.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it could be addictive. But Nick, thank you so much for joining the show. And as always, really good points on the NFL. So that does it for today's show, a special edition of Full Sail Live. I'm your host, Justin Hawkins. And until next time, we'll have more debates tomorrow. We'll see you then.